the great fundamental issue now before our people can be stated briefly. It is, are the American people fit to govern themselves, to rule themselves, to control them?
Every thoughtful citizen who despairs of war and wishes to bring peace should begin by looking inward.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
We should bring our troops home, change our foreign policy, quit these ridiculous wars. We would be safer and richer for it. You have a government that provides national defense, but you don't have militarism and you police the world.
Yo, what up? We're back. It is Glutton for Liberty. How's it going?
Episode 2.
Yes, episode 2. We're going to have a bunch of these. Eventually, we're probably going to upload. We're going to have to do, like, middle of the week, maybe. Like a midweek episode or something. Like, do, like, a quick one.
I'm totally down with that. Yeah. Maybe, like, a 30-minute or something interesting happens. Try and jump on it right when you can, you know?
Yeah, because there's a lot that happens, like, during this whole thing. There's, like...
Yeah.
Tons of shit happening. Like
even this week, a lot has happened this week. You know, we've been eager to talk about some things.
Yeah.
So.
Eagerly waiting.
Eager.
But yeah, we're back. I'm Daniel Duran. You can follow me on X. Just talk shit to me there, whatever. Or you can hit us up on the YouTube channel too, because we check that all the time. At least I do.
All the time.
Obsessively.
Yeah, I'm always looking at it too. Now that I'm a manager of the page, I have access to these things.
Yeah.
But I'm Caleb Matisse. You can also find me on X. If you want anything political, find me on X. If you like gaming, siphon my YouTube as well.
Yeah, the GooTube.
The GooTube on the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll have to after this. We'll have to discuss like the Discord. Maybe that'll be a place for people to join the chat because the chat gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, we got to go through the settings, you know, and figure all that out. But yeah, we'd love people to join the Discord. We just gotta figure out some quirks first.
Yeah, open discussions, memes, and of course the gaming stuff because we both play. You have a legit like YouTube channel though for gaming.
Yeah.
And you have pretty good
indie whores.
Yep. And you got pretty good Twitch.
Siphon my GooTube on Twitch as well. You can find me there. I stream every Monday, horror games, and whenever else I can stream. So I'm still working on that schedule as well. But
yeah, you just got a new job, so trying to get everything all scheduled out correctly.
Yeah, there's a lot that we want to do, you know, on the internet machine. So we got to figure out good times to do all this stuff.
Yeah. So. It's hard to keep scheduling, like, not have a scheduling conflict, like, with doing this.
Right.
Because if you're working, that's, like, a lot of extra stuff you got to do. You know, it's like work, you know, you worked, like, 12 hours overtime this week, and then you got to try to edit stuff in between, and I got to learn how to edit better.
Right. Yeah.
So it'll like take some of the work.
We got a lot to work on.
Yeah. We're learning along the way, so this will just get better and better.
It'll get easier as we go.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, this is probably going to be strictly dedicated to the Signalgate scandal.
Yep.
Scandal, if you want to call it that.
The big oopsies that's happened.
Yeah.
In our government.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
administration.
Yep, there's been a lot of fucking up. I think we could get the boring stuff out of the way first. Like we could actually look at the messages. I don't know if you
kind of pick those apart.
Yeah, we could do that and kind of read them, get some context on the messages, and then we got a bunch of videos to go through. And we can kind of unpack and figure out this thing together.
Right. Yeah. Let's see what they said in these messages.
So, this is Michael Waltz. We're gonna have to talk about that guy.
Yep.
And I got a video of his explanation and like thing on Fox. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty funny.
Oh shit! All right, yeah, we'll check that out.
Yeah. But anyways, team establishing a principal group coordination on Houthis, particularly over the next 72 hours. My deputy Alex Wong is pulling together a Tiger team at deputies / agency chief or staff level, following up from the meeting in the sit room, the situation room. That's like where they,
Gotcha.
for people that don't know, that's where people like the president, they'll watch like operations happen and shit.
The sit room. It's a room where you sit.
Yeah, you literally sit in the situation room.
Yeah.
But the sit room the sit room this morning for action items that will be sending that out later this evening. Please provide. So I'm not sure who these people are. That might be Michael Waltz. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I see on the left there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's color coordinated because Michael Watts is purple and there's 2 other colored M's, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, please provide the best staff POC person of color from your team. I don't even know what POC means. Dude, wouldn't that be crazy if it was yeah. That'd be hilarious if they're like, please, we need the best black guy.
yeah. We need the best person of color for this.
Yeah. Please provide the best staff POC from. See, they use a lot of terminology. Sorry, they use a lot of terminology that I don't know what the fuck it is. So.
Yeah, same here.
From your team to coordinate us over the next couple of days and over the weekend. Thanks, That's Marco Antonio Rubio.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly like what his role is in all this, like why he needs to be part of the thing.
Yeah, I know. But, I have heard that in this group text, it's like high White House staff. You got J.D. Vance, of course. You got Michael Waltz and a few other up there people.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few people inside of this group chat, from what I heard.
Yeah, it's not. I think there's a whole bunch of people. So Marco Antonio, they're just giving out their like picks or whatever for like people that need to be notified about this. I guess I don't know. J.D. Vance, Tulsi Gabbard, Scott B. I don't know who that is. Pete Hegseth. I don't know who Brian is.
Just Brian.
Yeah.
We all know Brian.
It's B. Rye.
B. Rye.
Michael Waltz. Team, you should have a statement of conclusions with taskings per president's guidance this morning in your high side inboxes. State and Department of Defense. We developed suggested notification list for regional allies and partners. Joint staff is setting this a more specific sequence. Fuck, I don't even know what they're talking about. It's all boring.
Yeah.
Team, out for the day, doing an economic event in Michigan. That's JD Vance, but I think we're making a mistake. So this is interesting right here. JD Vance is kind of like, I don't know about this, dude. Said 3% of U.S. trade runs through the Suez Canal.
Right.
So 40% of European trade does. So basically he's like, what's the risk reward, really? He's like, why the fuck?
Yeah, would it even be worth it?
Yeah. And the strongest reason to do this, as President of the United States said, to send a message. So we're going to have to get into that, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
But I'm not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now. There's a further risk that we see a moderate to severe spike in oil prices. I'm willing to support the consensus of the team and keep these concerns to myself, but there is a strong argument for delaying this a month, doing the messaging work on why this matters, seeing where the economy is, etc. So he's just trying to like he wants to have optics on this. Like he would rather put it off so they can do some PR work and kind of make everything look better. Like, this is why we need to blow this up. We need to blow this shit up over here.
Instead of just fucking jumping right into it and then causing all these issues,
Yeah.
The public's be like, why the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of where I'm at on this. Like,
yeah.
This is not... Okay, we'll go through the messages and then I'll kind of give my take on it. Okay, Joe Kent, whoever the fuck that is. There's nothing time-sensitive driving the timeline, we'll have the exact same options in a month. The Israelis will likely take strikes and therefore ask us for more support to replenish whatever they use against the Houthis. That's a minor factor. I will send you the unclassed data we pulled on BAM shipping. Don't know what that is.
Bam!
John Ratcliffe, former CIA perspective. We're mobilizing assets to ports now, blah, blah, blah. Pete Hegseth, I understand your concerns. So he's talking to J.D. Vance now.
Yeah.
Says, I understand your concerns and fully support you raising with POTUS. Important considerations, most of which are tough to know how they play out. Economy, Ukraine, peace, Gaza, etc. I think, by the way, I guess today, dipshit, who's the funny man that's Ukrainian president? Zelensky?
Oh, yeah, Zelensky. Vladimir Zelensky.
Yeah, he said he's not going to negotiate with Putin, and he turned down our offer, like with the minerals deal. So I guess...
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, so that's a no-go. So
doesn't have a good standing with the White House at the moment.
Yeah, I say we just cut him off and just leave him. Me personally, everybody's like says there's all this like
Europe's got plans to do work on their own shit. You know, I think that was the whole meaning behind that.
Well, yeah, let them deal with it. I mean, it's right on their doorstep. Don't you think they would be like the most proactive in trying to like fix the situation over there? I mean,
exactly, yeah.
But
we don't need to be sending as much aid as we have been compared to all of
billions of fucking dollars, dude. It's like,
yeah,
we could have claimed them on our taxes,
right? Yeah, we've lost so much money.
Yeah, those are Ukraine was literally our dependence for like the last 4 fucking years.
Oh yeah. So that mineral deal didn't work out, so that's another thing.
Yeah, it's totally fucked. Yeah, I think the messaging is going to be tough no matter what. Nobody knows who the Houthis are, which is why we would need to stay focused on 1, Biden failed, and 2, Iran funded. So this is some group. They are really pushing for war with Iran, dude. Like,
yeah.
That's how I see it as like, they remember when they were telling Trump like Iran was like planning to assassinate him or some shit. Like, how would they even do that? Like, that's what I'm like. They don't have the capabilities.
It's impossible. Unless he was in Iran, there's no way Iran would be able to pull that off.
Yeah. So I mean, I just think that they're just trying to rile them up and trying to draw us into war because they fucking make a ton of money off this shit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So waiting a few weeks or a month does not fundamentally change the calculus. 2 immediate risks on waiting. 1 is leaks, and we look indecisive. Holy shit, they had leaks. And then 2, Israel takes an action first, or Gaza ceasefire falls apart, which I thought it already did. So this must have already happened before. So they had already done the strikes, as I understand it. They had already done the strikes, and then this shit got leaked. Because
I did hear about the strikes that we have already done against the Houthis.
Yeah, but
that's the last thing I've really heard.
Yeah, and apparently we just keep fucking bombing them, dude. Like, I don't know. I just don't, like Vance said, is it actually worth it to just keep fucking blowing shit up over there?
Yeah, exactly. He's also saying too, like, is it worth it to do it without making up like good reasoning behind it first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if there even is good reasoning behind it. I'm sure they got their own opinions on that.
Oh, they're always going to have justifications for what they're doing. It's protecting us or they hate our freedoms, shit like that. Or they'll say something that pulls on your heartstrings, like to get you to support it. Like, oh, they're, like they're doing in Gaza. It's human shields. They're using human shields.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though Israel's indiscriminately bombing civilians.
Oh, they are. It's true.
Yeah. But we'll keep going through it. Sorry, this is probably gonna take the whole podcast. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to uncover with what's going on.
Yeah. Not reading this whole thing. Sorry, it'll get more entertaining. We just got to get through these messages and then
there's videos, but this is the context behind pretty much what we're going to be talking about.
Yep. So we can see actually what was leaked. instead of just like kind of, I like to. This is why we're the best at bringing you, the layman's, the regular everyday man's perspective, because we're actually going to look it up for ourselves,
like regular men.
Yes, like men
We're
should.
nothing special. Yeah,
just as God intended.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're gonna unpack this together with you guys.
So, but we can easily pause, and if we do, all right, whatever. Michael Walsh said the trade figures, we have our 15% of global and 30% of container. I don't even know what that means. I'm guessing they mean container ships, maybe? I don't know. It's difficult to break that down to U.S. specific because much of the container either going through the Red Sea still or around the Cape of Good Hope are components going to Europe that turns into manufactured goods for transatlantic trade to the United States. Whether we pull the plug or not today, European natives do not have the capability to defend against the types of sophisticated anti-ship cruise missiles and drones the Houthis are now using. It's crazy because they're supposed to be this small group, and now they have all this shit. Like,
yeah, and it makes you wonder where they got a lot of this shit.
Well, remember when Biden
when he pulled out?
Well, no,
they got a lot of their shit from that.
Well, yeah, that was like billions of dollars worth of shit, but we also we unfroze like some account or whatever for the Iranians, and it was like billions of dollars or some shit. And
so they just got piled all this money.
Yeah, so they just have
now invest into weapons.
Yeah, supposedly though. So I'm still kind of skeptical on how they're getting funded, because like I talked about this in one of the solo videos on the channel, but we funded Osama bin Laden in the 80s. He was a CIA asset, and then that turns into Al Qaeda or whatever their group was.
Right.
And then in Syria, or no, Libya, when they overtook Gaddafi, we were funding the rebels there, and then they turned into ISIS.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so this is, and then now Syria just fell. Well, not just a couple months ago. So I mean, maybe we were behind that too. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's likely.
And then in the 60s and 70s, like we talked in the first episode, we were helping overthrow governments in fucking Central America and shit.
Yeah. I did hear it's a little off topic, but it kind of goes along with what we're talking about. But a lot of that has to do with the CIA too, like toppling governments and shit.
Oh,
supposedly.
Yeah.
But apparently Doge they're going to be looking into some shady shit that the CIA has been doing. I have heard that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that uncovers, or they might just uncover what they want us to know.
I'm sure that's going to be what it is. Every time they do these document leaks or document things, there's a bunch of redacted shit, and it's all a bunch of big fat nothing.
We'll see that because the CIA is so huge now. They're like their own independent thing.
Yeah,
pretty much. That who knows what they're actually going to release to us, the public.
Yeah, they're basically a rogue agency.
Pretty much, yeah.
So Michael Waltz he'll explain this himself when we watch his video, but
all right, cool.
He basically is the one that built this group. That's why you keep seeing him pop up in here, because he's got a lot to say.
Gotcha, yeah.
So as we say in the first PC, I don't know what that is. We have a fundamental decision of allowing the seaplanes to remain closed or to reopen them now or later. We are the only ones with the capability, unfortunately. From a messaging standpoint, we absolutely add this to of what? We absolutely add this to of horribles on why the Europeans must invest in their defense.
Someone was typing too fast.
Yeah.
From a messaging standpoint, we absolutely... Oh, ad. I was looking at that like advertisement.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like, are you... Yeah. What? Are you... Okay.
Dummy?
So, Pete Hegseth, if you think we should do it, let's go. I just hate bailing Europe out again.
Which, yeah, JD Vance is talking shit.
Yeah. I kind of like JD Vance. I'm starting to like him a little bit more than Trump. No, I still like Trump. Don't get me wrong.
I like JD Vance as well.
You like his what?
He's fucking. I like JD Vance as well. He's very smart.
Yeah.
But
he's
he
a
also
Marine.
doesn't. Yeah, he was a Marine, and he
Fucks couches.
like Donald Trump. He fucks couches. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's sick,
supposedly. Kidding.
I can't wait to fuck
No,
my
but
couch.
Donald Trump, he'll talk in circles a lot, and then
Yeah.
JD Vance is good at cutting in and explaining exactly what Trump means.
Well, what does he call it?
'Cause he's very articulate when he talks.
Yeah, and I think Trump even calls it like the bob or the weave or some shit.
Oh yeah, and that the Andrew Schultz podcast with Trump, I think he was calling it the weave or something like that.
Yeah. Yep, the good old weave, dude.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz kept calling it out. He's like, "Oh, there you go again. You're doing the weave."
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
All right. So yeah, continuing with this boring part, we're almost through it. But see, this is good because we're giving context along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
More context on top of context. It's great. So Pete Hexes said, I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic. Yeah, dude, Europe sucks.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're totally talking shit about Europe.
Yeah, they just get in the group
Great.
chat to talk shit about Europe.
Yeah, it's like just getting in there with the boys, just talking shit about somebody.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking Europe again, dude.
Yeah.
Just asking me for money.
Bunch of fags.
Yeah.
Bunch of cigarette smoking fags.
Yeah, every time he bums $20, he never gives it back.
Yeah.
Fucking Europe.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he keeps asking me for money. It's annoying.
That's funny.
But Mike is correct. We are the only ones on the planet on our side of the ledger who can do this. Nobody else even close. Question is timing. I feel like now is a good time to say any. I feel like now is a good time as any, given POTUS directive to reopen shipping lanes. So I think that's how they're going to justify this is by they want to get goods through. That's pretty much because I guess they aren't really attacking military ships. They're attacking like civilian cargo.
And shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are retaliatory
So
strikes.
that would make sense though if they are attacking like civilian cargo ships. I that's good reason for taking retaliatory measures towards that.
Yeah, I would be. I am fine with protecting American lives. I'm absolutely fine with that. But they're doing it in Yemen, which is like the poorest country in the Middle East, and
Fair. Against a lot of people that can't even protect themselves.
yeah, there's always collateral. Like when they do these things, there's always collateral. So I just don't know. I don't want another fucking war, dude. And it's like they keep doing this, and it's going to create more fucking terrorists because you blow up some kid's fucking uncle or whatever. Even if he was
he's going to grow up and fucking be just dwelling on that his whole life.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone thinks they're the good guy when they're doing this shit.
It's true. Yeah.
So it's like they are gonna see that the Americans killed my uncle, or dad or whatever. So yeah, it's gay.
It's pretty gay.
Yeah, we'll keep going through these. There's a lot of text in here. I can't believe all this shit was leaked.
It got interesting there because there's a lot of shit talking.
Yeah, that was cool.
Against Europe, and then more context. Towards like the cargo ships and shit. Yeah. That was interesting.
Well, in any way to trash Europe, dude, I'm down for it. I'll always watch people trash Europe.
Dude. Yeah, America.
Yeah, America's sweet, dude. Europe's gay.
Yeah. Yeah, we do some fucked up shit. We're still sweet though.
Yeah. But now they're talking about. So Pete Hegseth is talking about team update. Time now, so they give the time, the weather conditions, then it says they're ready.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It says we are go for mission launch. Then it says like
what type of fucking aircraft? F-18s.
Yep. First strike package. Trigger based F-18 first strike window starts. Target terrorist is at his known location, so should be on time. Also strike drones launched, so the MQ-9 Reapers.
Yeah.
More F-18s.
So they did they are actually this got leaked. This is military plans.
Yeah.
That's an oopsie.
Yeah,
That's not good at all.
I think I think they are. Okay, sorry. We'll finish these.
Yeah,
It's
keep
almost
going.
done. So, Godspeed Warriors. I will say a prayer for victory. Building collapse had multiple positive ID. So they confirm kills, I guess. Because I think after they do these strikes, they send in like squads or whatever of dudes to go check out the aftermath. What? JD Vance. Somebody has some typo on JD Vance is like, what?
What did he say?
What? LOL. Oh yeah, Michael Waltz, dude. Fist, fucking American flag fire emoji.
It's like something I would send you, dude. Yeah. That's funny.
Good job, Pete and your team. The team in Mall did a great job as well. I don't know what Mall is. Great work, powerful start. CENTCOM. Blah, blah, blah. Central Command, that's what CENTCOM means, so. I know that one. Group chat. There's like
look
Diddy
at all
in there.
19 people in there. Wow.
Yeah. Alex Wong. Who's that, dude? I don't see a.
Why is there a Wong in here? No,
yeah, who's this Asian dude? It's a Chinese spy. Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the person? Does it show it here that wasn't supposed to be in this list? That actually leaked it? Because I think it was like a.
Oh, right here. Can you see my mouse cursor?
Yeah.
So that's Jeffrey Goldberg, I believe.
Okay.
He's a Jew. Just kidding.
Fucking Jeffrey.
Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that he was in the group chat. So I don't know how that happened. So
well, I guess wasn't it Mike Waltz that added him?
Yeah,
whether it's by accident or not.
Yeah, so let's watch his reply, and then we'll watch that Goldberg dude talk about it.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna watch. Where the fuck is he at? Oh, is it right here? Yeah, right here. All right. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Got it on full screen.
Hopefully that recorded. Turn off.
If not, we'll reread it all again.
Well, I mean, reread it. At least we'll have the audio. It just won't be visual.
True. Right.
And I'll try and I guess I'll try and include links to these too in the description. So if you want to check them out for yourself, but as long as we can see this. So this is Michael Waltz
joining us now.
Okay.
One of the principals who was on that Signal chat, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Advisor Waltz, thank you for joining us tonight. The president expressed complete confidence in you today and his entire cabinet. But how did a Trump-hating editor of The Atlantic end up on your Signal chat?
You know, Laura, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but of all the people out there, somehow this guy who has lied about the president, who has lied to Gold Star families, lied to their attorneys, and gone to Russia hoax, gone to just all kinds of links to lie and smear the president of the United States, and he's the one that somehow gets on somebody's contact and then gets sucked into this group.
Is someone in your intel? Is someone in your intel team trying to cause trouble here? Because that's the scuttlebutt out there.
Look,
that
we have people.
Scuttlebutt.
No, look, this is a great group.
Butt.
The president has a great team. This is not first term.
No, your team. I'm not talking about the other principals.
No. These were principals and a couple of staff that were coordinating, as you saw, having a policy discussion as we went forward, and then just in the days before what was an incredible strike.
So, like, he's just like, no, it's fine. There's no rat. Okay, don't put that out. You know, there's no rat. Everybody's cool. You know what I mean? This guy happened to just get. I like how he puts it too. He got sucked into the group.
Yeah, I didn't accidentally leave him in a group chat or anything.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
he almost put himself in there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only did we take out people that the Biden team never could, that we took out headquarters, missile caches, and actually one of the leaders of the Houthi organization, we've since taken out several since. And That's what they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the success here. They don't want to talk about the hostages getting released. They don't want to talk about the Black Sea ceasefire that we just put in place today as the president ends the largest land war in Europe, or the border, or the fact that Panama just kicked China out of the canal, and success after success after success. So they want to focus on this. It's
I do understand where he's coming from right there in a way, but I feel like he's changing topics.
Yeah.
He's like, this sucks that this happened. But what about all this other stuff that we did good? Like, yeah, that's some good shit you guys did, but you're deferring the question now.
Right, exactly. That's he is definitely trying to dodge and not take well, he does take responsibility.
That's good.
Keep watching. We don't have to watch the whole 15 minutes.
I just talked to Elon on the way here. We've got the best technical minds looking at how this happened. But I can tell you for 100%, I don't know this guy. I know him by his horrible reputation. He really is the bottom scum of journalists. And I know him in the sense that he hates the president, but I don't text him. He wasn't on my phone. And we're going to
we're not homies.
So you don't know what staffer is
I don't know this guy
for this right now?
Well, look, a staffer wasn't responsible, and look, I take full responsibility. I built the group. My job is to make sure everything's coordinated.
But how did the number? I mean, I don't mean to be pedantic here, but how did the number?
Have you ever had somebody's contact that shows their name, and then you have somebody else's number there?
I never make those mistakes.
Right? You got somebody else's number.
Okay, that right there sounds like bullshit to me.
Yeah,
that doesn't
I
sound.
think so too.
This dude is lying. There's no way that happens. That never has ever happened to me, dude. The only time that I've ever had like the wrong, it was their right number at one point, but then they like changed it like years later, and it's somebody I don't even talk to anymore.
Right.
But it just happened to be
make it seem relatable. Like you've had this happen, right? Like, yeah, happened to everybody at least. No.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen. That's not a normal thing.
You know? Yeah, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" On national TV, that's what I tell them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Dude? Yeah. Seriously, what happened? But yeah, I think he might be the rat. So my reasoning for this is he's probably an insider sent there. So this dude used to work for George Bush and Dick Cheney. And
okay.
Yeah, so that's his like history. Like he's been doing this shit forever. And he was like the head of like the terrorist like anti-terrorism unit or some shit for Dick Cheney. So like of course this dude's gonna want to go and blow shit up all the time. Like that's
that's what he knows.
Yeah, that's his thing, dude, and they get money off it.
He's done shady shit like that before.
Yeah.
So why not do it again?
Yeah, we gotta check and see like what who is this dude trading with? He has to be like some kind of like board member of like Raytheon or something or some shit like that.
Something, yeah.
So yeah, this cocksucker.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's the rat. I mean, I'm not putting out, there could be a conspiracy theory, but just telling from Trump's last administration, he had a bunch of people that he thought were cool, and they ended up not being chill.
Yeah,
and he had to fire.
He could be one of them.
Yeah, exactly. And he's repeating. So I think this a lot though could be on Trump because he's learned a lot from his first term, but obviously not enough because I think he's having there is some bad people in his squad, and whoever told him to hire this guy is crazy because he used to work for Dick Cheney, dude. He could have been sent
exactly.
He could have been paid off or something to start trying to fuck shit up,
just to cause controversy for the administration.
Make them look bad.
Something. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it is definitely working.
People are fucking pissed right now.
Yeah,
about all this
on someone else's contact. So of course I didn't see this loser in the group.
Yeah, of course
it looked
I
like
did.
someone else.
Yeah, I didn't see this loser.
Or it happened in some other technical mean is something we're trying to figure out.
How did you get in here?
A staffer did not put his contact information. But how did it end up in?
See how he's not letting her finish too? That sounds like somebody who's trying to get their lie out. He's talking.
Listen to what I have to say about this first before I forget.
Yeah, yeah. He's trying to talk over, and I don't know. That just to me seems like
it's like the overcomplication of a lie.
Yeah, and he's just. It sounds like bullshit to me, dude.
Well, that kind of does.
What's that, my bad?
No, it kind of does for sure.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay, but that's a pretty big problem.
That
I
is
like
what
how
there
she's
are
like,
numbers.
okay, like but she doesn't want to fully like just put him on blast.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay,
Okay, I guess we'll go with that.
interesting.
We know Fox
Well,
News isn't going to push too hard on it.
I don't know if you have anything on this yet in the lineup of videos, but I want to know why they are using Signal. Like the most powerful government on the planet doesn't have like their own way of communicating other
Right.
than an app that the public can use.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would you start this chat on Signal? Yeah, it's I looked it up a little bit, and Signal's like it's an encrypted chat thing. So maybe they thought it would be safe, but it just doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you have your own app as the US government? Why are you using something that the public can use that would be hackable, right? I would think.
That's what I would think too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really understand it either. I'm going to stop screen sharing here so we can talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh god, it keeps giving me stuff. Great. All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think I thought you said you looked something up, but I saw something earlier about that too, because I know they wanted at one point to stop people from being able to use encrypted messaging apps and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm thinking like maybe they were just like, fuck it. It does actually work. We can't get into it, so let's use it. Maybe that was their reasoning behind it.
Maybe. I mean, it just seems like they would have enough power to be using something that is way more secure than a public app, encrypted
Right.
or not. Maybe they ran tests through it, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me personally.
Or like
I don't
Telegram
understand.
or something. Because I know
Yeah.
Telegram's another one. That's one that I have used before. I don't really use it that much, but I don't know. You
Yeah, I've
think
heard
they
of-
would develop their own shit?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. Maybe all they use is, apps that somebody has created in the public anyways.
Yeah.
And then they just had a slip up. Or a rat, Mr. Waltz.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, they could have had a. They could have had like just somebody just fucked up, but I don't.
Yeah.
How can they be that incompetent to just include some retard that hates Trump? That just makes no sense.
Yeah, somebody that hates him. Like can't stand him. That pushes all of these fucking things on Trump.
Yeah,
Like the Russia hoax and all of that shit.
Yeah, and that
this
was
guy
like,
hates Trump.
yeah, and that was like his big thing was like pushing the Russia thing like super hard.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I heard that Trump said they're gonna release the files on that so we can kind of see more details.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm excited to hear that. Shut some people up.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
shut
hold
us up. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens on that. But if he's confident on that, then
Well,
release that shit.
It is known to be a hoax. I mean, it was totally
It
fake,
is known
so
to be a hoax, yeah.
maybe it'll just be more confirmation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Honestly, though, I'm like, I don't know, dude. This whole thing is like the biggest scandal to me personally of this whole thing is the fact that we're over there doing war shit and Trump ran on this platform of no more war. So
See,
what
that's
does he
actually
do?
been bothering me quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, is the last 4 years we stopped war and we didn't create any wars. First president in 50 years to not start a war or something like that. And then there's just, nothing's gotten better. It's actually been increasingly kind of getting worse.
Yeah.
With these wars, and then this leak comes out and we're bombing the Houthis left and right. Yeah, they're fucking our cargo ships up, but it's not going anywhere near stopping wars right now. It doesn't seem like.
This is the opposite of stopping war.
Yeah, and I was pretty big on the no war thing on his campaign.
Yeah, that's
I
that's
still
one of
love
the-
Trump. Don't get me wrong; he's doing a lot of good things for the American people themselves, but yeah, overseas is not looking pretty at
Yeah.
all. And
Yeah,
then you got France upping their nuke spending, and like, come on, what is happening over there? It's getting crazy.
Yeah, Europe sucks, dude. It just
Yeah.
continues to suck.
Yep. It's always something going on.
But they want to, on that video you did the other day, I think you pointed that out, that Canada wants to join the EU or whatever. Or not join them, but they want to be like working more with Europe instead of us.
Yeah, they're trying to do more trade with Europe and less trade with us because of the tariffs. So pretty much dropping like we don't need your military and we don't need your stuff, America, is kind of what I was getting out of that speech with the new prime minister. Is they're like, we don't need you, America, which they kind of do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we supply like 80-something% of their toilet paper.
Yeah.
We should just cut them off, dude.
Yeah. The main thing they have on us is I think I brought this up too in that video, is the Alaskan Highway. It's our only main road through Canada to get to Alaska. But if they went to the drastic measures to stop our traffic through that Alaskan Highway, which I looked it up, and there's not a whole lot of traffic that goes on that anyways from our semis, because everything that goes to Alaska is plane or ships anyways, so that's not really going to hurt too much. But that would be a big slap in the face, and I think America might retaliate to something like that.
Yeah.
But
well, see, the tariffs too that we were putting on them, it's not like all we're doing is wanting to offset the crazy tariffs that they already have on us.
Right.
So they're basically butt fucking us.
The deficit
of
how much they sell to us and how much they sell to them it's like 100 billion difference or something like that. Maybe 10 billion difference. I don't remember exactly what it was. Senator Kennedy said something. He had the numbers on that. Go watch that video. I got better details on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. The deficit between Mexico and Canada and China is insane. How much shit we buy off of them and don't produce ourselves and sell to them is crazy. It's the numbers. The gap is huge. It's enormous.
Yeah.
So Canada is like, the new prime minister's like, we're cutting all ties like with America and blah, blah, blah. As like 2-3 days ago, he said that. See how that goes.
Fucking
it's a scary
fucker.
thing. Fuckers, eh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, so now we can look at Jeffrey Goldstein talking about how gay he is.
Yeah. This is how gay I am. Look at me.
Got a snoring animals. They're sleeping hard right now. I wonder if the mic's picking them up snoring.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
All right, this is him. Well, we'll do the podcast one where he's talking to some, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Said there's no classified information.
Oops.
Now, the Secretary of Defense and the White House press secretary have said you're lying.
You know what I didn't
said there are
do?
no war plans there. Have said there's.
I didn't do the full screen thing. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to this broadcast style.
Yeah, it's weird going through Discord on this. But...
Oops. God damn it. I'm fucking up. All right.
Get it together, man.
Fuck. God damn it, what am I doing? How the fuck do I change the view? Because now I have it on
I did. I figured it out last
grid
time,
view.
and I don't remember.
Okay, I got it. It's the grid view. Grid view. All right, now I can play it.
There's no classified information. So the obvious question is, shouldn't you now demonstrate it? Shouldn't you publish the text?
No, because they're wrong. They're wrong.
But how can you prove that you're wrong? Maybe should you provide them to the House and Senate Special Committees on Intelligence? Maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
He's got a good point.
I'm throwing this out there, Jeff. I don't know. I mean, look. The
No,
White
I
House
mean, look.
press secretary an hour ago said
I feel like no. I mean, I obviously. Let me just put it this way: my colleagues and I, and the advice and the people who are giving us advice on this, have some interesting conversations to have.
about this.
Yeah.
But just because they're irresponsible with material doesn't mean that I'm going to be irresponsible with this material. And you know what? I could, whatever. I mean, you've had a long history, as I have, with dealing with them, and at moments like this, when they're under pressure because they've been caught with their hand in the cookie jar or whatever, they will just literally say anything to get out of the moment, to get out of the jam, and that's okay. I get it. I get the defensive reaction, and but here's the thing: my obligation, I feel, is to the idea that we take national security information seriously. And maybe maybe in the coming days I'll be able to let you know that, okay, I have a plan to have this material vetted publicly, but I'm not going to say that now because there's a lot of conversations that have to happen about that.
Makes sense.
And all of my inclinations, as you can tell, including withholding the name of the CIA undercover officer, all of my inclinations are. I have a pretty clear standards in my own behavior of what I consider information that I consider to be in the public interest, even if it's technically classified or not. Information that's in the public interest and information that's not in the public interest, and I'm just gonna I'm sticking to my principles here.
Yeah. So what is crazy to me is that he took himself out of the fucking group chat, like during all of this. And you'd think as a reporter you'd sit in there as long as you can and get as much shit as you can.
Right. That's interesting. So he's the one that leaked it all, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that leaked everything. The dude that works for the Atlantic. I think he's like the editor-in-chief now or something.
Okay. Yeah, wow. He was like like war plans and stuff or national security, whatever. You gotta be very serious about. I do agree with that, and I think it was kind of sloppy them talking about this stuff on Signal. I was saying earlier, I think it's weird using that. So I agree with him on that. But how did you get in there?
Yeah, that's
how did this happen?
Well, and then he was like talking about like he leaked text messages still, and was like this stuff is classified or whatever. And it's like, if you want people to be arrested over this or whatever, like shouldn't he be in trouble too for sharing stuff like this?
Yeah, to the public and not just the American public. This shit's, I'm sure, is spread everywhere.
Yeah, they're probably like jizzing over it over in China and
Russia,
this is
bad news. Like, look how fucking sloppy this was. And him leaking this, like, yeah, he needs to take some accountability of this is causing quite the shit show right now.
Yeah, he should have possibly before they put all this stuff out is consult maybe a lawyer or let them know like I'm gonna release a story, and I don't know.
He's like, oh, this is some crazy shit that they're talking about. Let me release it to everyone.
Yeah, because he's the one that initially like put this out. I mean, if he would have if you're like an actual patriot, you're like, couldn't you have been like, hey guys, I'm in this group and I don't know if I'm supposed to see this. What are you guys doing?
Exactly.
This could be dangerous for our country or whatever. But instead, he just wants to fucking burn it all to the ground.
No, he knows he probably got a big old payday for that. Look at this fucking story.
Oh yeah. Now everybody knows who he is.
Yep. Look at his clout. He's clout chasing off the government.
Yeah. So now we can check out Tulsi Gabbard talking about it, who is
Jeffrey's
by the way,
gay bloomed ass. Excuse me.
I think she's a total babe, dude.
Who?
Tulsi Gabbard.
Miss Tulsi?
She's hot, dude.
No.
She's
Any
like
targets?
hot.
No.
The Democrats are obviously making the assertions that what was in the Signal chat was classified and claiming that Secretary Hegseth put this war plan out to the world, which he clearly did not. Were there any names in the Signal chat?
No.
Any targets?
No.
Any locations?
She's a babe.
Was there a unit name or location of that unit?
There was not.
Were there any routes described in the Signal chat?
No.
Wouldn't an operational plan contain that type of information?
Every operational plan I've ever seen has contained that information.
So, I don't know. Here's another one from her.
So she's kind of just denying all of it.
Yeah, she's like,
no, it's not that serious.
Yeah, it wasn't that crazy.
Security Council.
Yeah.
This one's kind of
Director
quiet.
Gabbard, were you overseas during any parts of these discussions?
Yes, Senator, I was.
Were you using your private phone or a public phone for the signal discussions?
I won't speak to this because it's under review by the National Security Council. Once that review is complete, I'm sure we'll share the results.
She's a pretty lady, dude.
What is under review?
She's a pretty
It's
lady.
a simple question. Are you your private phone or officially issued phone? What could be under review?
National Security Council is reviewing all aspects of how this came to be, how the journalist was inadvertently added to the group chat, and
To the boys
what
group chat?
occurred within that chat across the board.
The boys of America.
So you were not going to disclose anything about whether you use the phone.
Yeah. Stupid old fuck.
I feel like she knows better than to just say something, that's just going to be taken out of context, I think is where she's at with that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, dude. It always gets taken out of context, and then it's just going to continue to fucking bury them even more.
Yeah, exactly. So she's playing it on the safe side, which is fair. I mean, I think that's the smart move.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this whole thing, I think it's actually gone... The right things aren't being discussed here. I mean, it should be more of, what are we doing over there when Trump ran on this? I don't think any kind of sort of, like, huge security thing happened. Like she said there, they didn't discuss, like, routes or anything, or, like, the what are they, like, military units or anything like that? Like, they didn't discuss shit like that, so... I don't know. I think it's a big nothing burger, but like I said, the real outrage is at the wrong thing. Stop fucking blowing stuff up.
Too. Yeah, exactly. They should be discussing, like, the people should be mad at, like, why are we even talking about this?
Yeah.
What is the real reason behind it?
Yeah, exactly.
What is your agenda for bombing so much, or
Yeah,
whatever they're doing?
Yeah, and I think they'll just use the whole excuse of, like, trade routes and blah, 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 this and that. But, like, there was obviously...
Yeah, but how many times have we heard that before?
All the time. And it's like, are they targeting specifically just American ships? Or is it, Canadian or Chinese? Like, whoever else trades
is it just cargo ships in general going through that way? And then we're just blasting it like, oh, they're just attacking America. Let's piss off Americans so that they'll back this.
Right. It is kind of crazy that we're the only country. Apparently, according to them, we're the only country that has the capability to do shit like this.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have so much presence all around the world. We're the only country that could go anywhere in hours.
Yeah, right.
On the planet, if we wanted to.
So we're gonna hear from, who should we hear from next? You want to hear Pete Hegseth next?
Yeah, let's see what Hegseth has to say. This guy kind of annoys me.
Pete
He's smart,
Hegseth?
though. Yeah, he's a smart guy though.
I got this one. It's just funny. Oh, oops. This one's just silly.
Pete versus Clayton. Oh.
He chucks an axe over the fucking target and watch.
Did he hit somebody? Oh my god!
Look at these.
Just keep drumming.
Yeah, look at these dudes. They're like, oh, that dude's like, oh fuck. All right, keep drumming. Keep drumming, dude.
That's hilarious.
Act like nothing happened.
Well, it's not very smart. They were doing that like that, anyways.
Right behind a fucking
why didn't put
target.
the target so fucking high? Have a bigger backing to that.
Why weren't they like over here, like in the? Like I don't get it. Fucking idiots.
Let's put people behind this target.
Yeah, while they're throwing axes.
Yeah.
I noticed this morning, out came something that doesn't look like war plans. And as a matter of fact, they even changed the title to attack plans because they know it's not war plans. There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information.
He's got
You
a
know who
point.
sees war plans?
Yeah.
He does got
I
a
see
point.
them every single day. I looked at them this morning. I looked at attack plans this morning. You know who does attack plans and war plans? Men like that admiral right there, Paparo, for the Indo-Pacific, or Eric Kurilla, our general in CENTCOM. They do attack plans and war plans. And thank God we have those leaders who do it and do it well.
Look at this guy right here, though. This guy is super
He's geared
drippy,
up.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a beard and everything.
Hell yeah. He's
That's
just
sick.
that high up now. He can just have any haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can grow a full beard. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Enemies know it. My job, as it said atop of
My
that, you've
job.
seen it now. Team update is to provide updates in real time. General updates in real time. Keep everybody informed.
He
That's
looks
what
at the
I did.
camera.
Yeah.
That's my job. The war fighters will take the fight to the enemy, and I love what they do. And with President Trump's leadership, our enemies are on notice. We will have peace through strength, and we'll keep putting our troops first. Thank you very much. We're heading off.
That was a good speech.
Yeah.
He did there.
Well,
I
I
agree
think
with a lot he was saying, but
Yeah, and
it's still sloppy what happened, you know. And he's,
Yeah, and
he's backing it like that's not real war plans. You know,
No,
I can
it's
show you
not.
some real. Well, I can't show you real war plans, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I think it helps too that he was on TV for so long because he knew like how to kind of play it off or whatever. Oh shit, my headphones.
Yeah, he knows how to, like he did. He just speak into the camera.
Yeah.
You know, he also talks really good, like JD Vance.
Yeah.
You know, he's really good with his words when he's saying things and like trying to get his message across. And he meant it. Like I think he truly believes what he said there, and I believed what he said there.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is
Still not saying though everything. Sorry.
Yeah, and I still think it's just overblown by the Democrats. They're just gonna any little thing they're gonna do. I mean, just like Trump's first term, they're just gonna harp on every single little thing, dude.
Ooh, look at this mistake. Oh God, it's so bad. This is world ending. It's world ending. This group chat.
Yeah, hop in the group chat, boys.
Yeah, like it's still embarrassing, you know, but
It's definitely
it's not
embarrassing.
the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Nothing serious was really said. Well, you know, people getting blown up is pretty serious, but
Yeah, that sucks.
could be worse. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I prefer
our
us to stop
national
killing.
security could have gotten, you know, a lot more leaked.
Yeah,
than that little bit.
Is it really that big of a deal though? Like things like that leaking? Like, is it maybe if they did a full attack plan like ahead of time, to where it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like, especially if it was like weeks before or some shit. But
months planned thing gets leaked, you know, weeks before it's supposed to happen, then yeah, I think that would be a lot more serious.
yeah,
than
that
this.
would be definitely way much more very crazier.
Yeah, much more very.
Yeah.
No, I agree for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still embarrassing though. Democrats are going to blow it out of proportion.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's a never-ending cycle with them. It's a constant loop of just like bringing up gay stuff and trying to make a big deal out of it. And again, they're focusing on the wrong thing. That's just
that too. They also bring up a lot of gay stuff and make a big deal out of it.
yeah, actual gay stuff too.
Yeah,
transing
Yeah,
the kids.
Yeah,
Gotta keep transing them.
That's
dude.
gay stuff. Keep
Yeah.
transing them and make fun of Trump. Orange man bad. And your kid's not gay? Bigot.
Yeah, yeah, you're a bigot because your kid doesn't suck dick, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Unless you want to watch those other videos, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean,
Yeah, I think, I mean, there's not too much I think we can really cover on that other than, oops, this was stupid, and there may be a rat in the administration.
Yeah.
You know, trying to fuck things up, which that could be serious, you know, if that's not dealt with
Yeah,
or
well-
investigated at least.
Exactly. I think that's probably the most, in my opinion, that's probably the most likely thing that's going on here. I mean, there's no way, like dipshit said, like, oh, you have the wrong number down for the wrong contact or some shit, and then they get added to a group. You've done it before, dude. You've done it.
Right.
No, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. That doesn't
Yeah.
fucking happen.
It doesn't. Yeah, just like we said, we that's never happened to me. You know, it's just
Never.
I'm sure it happens, but rarely. It's a lot more rare than he made it seem, like nonchalant. That happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens. You know.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
You want to call
I
this
do
one?
have.
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
I have one thing I want to show you guys.
Show it, dude.
I've been I've been holding on to this, and I've been wanting to talk about. This isn't very political. Actually, I'll show this first. Let's talk Hot Wheels. Have you seen the AI Hot Wheels? This is awesome. So you made a video talking about that lady that was making fun of Abbott. Greg Abbott.
Oh yeah, Jasmine
So
Crockett.
somebody made an AI an AI video of it.
Let's see it, dude. I did see an AI picture.
So
Oh,
this
sorry.
is
I gotta watch
this is
this
Greg Abbott right here. So Professor X, I like to call him Professor Tex. I haven't seen anybody say that yet.
That
This
one's
is
sweet.
Professor Tex, Hot Wheels.
Oh hell yeah!
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's sick.
But anyways, this annoying lady right here, the Snow White lady.
Rachel Ziegler.
Yeah, I just want to make fun of her real quick.
Let's do it. Let's shit on her.
Because so, for context, who doesn't know who this lady is she's the actor for the new Snow White movie that bombed. Like it got the least grossing out of any live action Disney movie ever. It just did terrible because she's a piece of shit.
Hell yeah, dumb bitch.
Yeah. I don't hear any sound. Did you hear sound?
Yeah, I can hear
Why can't I hear it?
it. You can't hear it?
No. Hold on, let me. Got it. I figured it out.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
So sad.
that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
The fuck?
Okay. That's it. So she's just talking about all the hate that she got. And she was like, no matter, I might have some hate right now, but you all lined up to see me. And no matter what I do, you're all going to love me.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what
I just hate that, dude.
I thought it was supposed to be
so much I had to talk about it for a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like an apology or something, but that's not at all what
No,
that was.
not at
That
all.
was-
Not
look
at
how
all, she
fucking
said.
sweet
Yeah.
I am, dude.
Yeah, it starts getting all teary-eyed. I am a victim here. You guys didn't watch my... It's not me. It's you.
Yeah.
You didn't watch my movie.
See, I don't even think she's an actor, so I can't even trust that she was like actually about to cry. I think that she's just pretending, dude.
I think so too, yeah. Yeah, that was just... It just bothered me a lot. I had to...
Dumb bitch.
I had to show people. Look at her. Look at this stupid Snow White lady. She's retarded.
Yeah. She's hot.
She's hot.
Why are all the
And
hot
dumb.
ones stupid, dude?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
that's
stupid,
bad.
hot,
I don't hate
stupid
women.
lady. I don't either.
I love
We don't know
dude.
women. Not women like that, at least.
We don't know women.
Yeah.
We're incels, dude. We're gonna be labeled once this gets out, dude. People are gonna label us as incels.
Yeah, we're incels. But anyways, that's all I had. I wanted to show you Hot Wheels because you
Hell yeah.
talked about Hot Wheels, Mr. Greg Abbott. Love that guy.
Yeah, Greg Abbott's cool.
But Professor Tex, pretty
Yeah.
sick.
The Hot Wheels thing was hilarious because it's just like not even. That's not even that crazy. Just keep talking shit.
It's not that big of a diss. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
a cool
sweet
name. Dude.
Yeah,
I wish I was in a wheelchair. I wish somebody called me Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
No,
I remember watching.
relevant.
I think it was one of the Wolverine movies or something with Hugh Jackman, and he's like sees Professor X, and he's like, "What do they call you? Wheels?" And it was the Professor
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, she just stepped it up a notch, just a little tiny notch. Hot Wheels.
Yeah, if she just said "you crippled bitch" or some shit like that, I would have had more respect.
Look at this guy. He can't even walk. What kind
Yeah.
of asshole can't walk?
Yeah, you can't walk. You're a fag, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I got for
Word.
this episode.
Yeah.
Really nothing else.
Yeah, I don't have anything either. But hopefully that helped you guys kind of get through this whole thing. You know, kind of navigate and figure out what's going on.
It helped me navigate, you know.
Yeah.
Learned a lot more talking about it than I did just reading it.
Yeah,
you
it takes a lot of time to research all this shit, which is hopefully why you guys come to us, because we're going to research it and then show you things.
Yeah, exactly. Then we're going to talk about it like normal people, because it's not like this is our profession. We don't study politics all day, every day. You know, there's other things that we do, but we find something interesting. We're going to talk about it and give our own opinions that we have created off these research that we do.
Yeah, obviously you can tell we're normal. We have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old.
Yeah. By no means have I claimed to be very intelligent.
Dude, I'm the smartest person I know, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, except for the people I see the most. I'm the smartest.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're dumb.
All right, well, hopefully you guys will join us next week's episode and look out for more videos from us during the week.
Yeah.
Just keep you
We
kinda...
plan on posting quite a bit. Solo videos, together videos.
Yeah,
and
special together videos.
Yeah, special together videos. Find that on our no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Start plugging OnlyFans.
Yeah. Just dudes butt fucking, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, no. We got some plans, so yeah, tune in.
Yep.
There's a lot of shit to talk about, and we plan on talking about it. So
Yep. Watch out for the podcast every week. Every Sunday we'll release a new episode.
Every Sunday. Watch your shorts. Watch your 10-minute videos. Wash your shorts while you're watching them.
Yeah.
Bad joke.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, man. That's all I got.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Later, kids. Bye. Bye. Let's get all retarded.
Yeah.
I was going to show...